Hi, it's Karen here.
And Tim.
From Stamping on the Back Porch. Welcome. Let us know when you get on live so we can welcome you. And we will go ahead and get started. Today's edition is about high tide and tie-dyed. So I'm wearing my shirt, but with a sweater over it. Tim and I both received these lovely shirts from Betsy Akerson, who made them. So.
And where's Tim's tie-dye?
And Tim's is actually in the dryer, and he's hoping it dries before he makes his card. Otherwise, it's going to be wearing it wet.
So Karen said, like half an hour ago, she says, you have to wear Betsy's tie-dye. I said, it's dirty, it's in the laundry. It's all crumpled up. She said, well, go wash it. So, but it's not drying very quickly.
So we'll see. So I'm going to do some things with high tide first, and then Tim will do his card, and I'll finish up with some things with the tie-dyed. So two things that don't go together at all. I didn't even realize they rhymed, so it was just kind of funny when I was writing it out that, oh, they do rhyme.
And hopefully I'll have my tie-dye on.
Yes. Okay, so Tim is going to find this on the iPad so I can follow comments. And I'm thinking a lot of you probably have this stamp set, High Tide. I think it's just a beautiful stamp set. So I'm going to be doing 3 cards with that today. This is the first one. And I like with this one how the words kind of go up on the side here. And then this is the part I will be creating. So in doing this,
There you are.
I don't have my right ink, so we're going to pretend. Can you pretend along with me? It's either that or, you know, set this off. This was actually Bermuda Bay.
Karen, put it in front of.
Oh, I have to put it in front of here. I'm showing a whole different one. This is actually Bermuda Bay and Pool Party, and I'm not sure where the Bermuda Bay went to.
And here's your comments.
I don't know. Oh, we have a whole bunch of people here. Malia, Michelle, Catherine, Jan. Oh, Jan says your laptop won't let you watch live streams anymore. That's odd. That's too bad. Kim, thank you for sharing the video. We really appreciate that.
Sandy.
Sharon, Sandy, Mary. Oh, wonderful. You're on live. Actually, Tim can read a couple, and I'll get my Bermuda.
Sandy.
You know, since this is live, we put up with everything.
Sandy, did you get your cookies yet? That's what I want to know. Because they've been mailed out. Or did you get your crumbs yet? Hello, Rhonda. Lilith. Mary. Sharon. Diana, Linda.
Ask Catherine if she got her cookies, too.
Linda's. And who else?
Catherine, did she get her
Catherine,
cookies?
did you? Yes, Sandy Glover did.
All right, all right. And I'm back. It gave me just enough time to go get this. Oh, I love seeing all these people here. Jamie, Carol, oh, wonderful. Catherine, you haven't gotten yours yet. Well, they were mailed the same time as Sandy's, so it tells us something about the mail. Okay, in the set, there's this really lovely little water piece. So I'm going to put this right next. You can see the card that we're making. This is one of the cards that we made at the last card extravaganza. And I actually had some people saying, how did you make that? Watched that little bit. I said I would show it today. So now I'm taking a sponge and a lighter color. So this is Pool Party. Now, when you sponge, it's easiest to go from off the page. Then you aren't going to get, you know, if you ever sponged and when you first put it down, you get these kind of bright pieces like that. So if you start off the page, in here I'm working up because I'm also pulling up some of the Bermuda Bay with me. And I'm jiggling my table.
It's mist.
Yeah, the mist off the water, a little bit of sky. Oh, Trudy. Oh, all that. Diana, hi. Radine, hi. Love seeing all of you people on here, and feel like we've gotten to know so many of you, and we welcome anyone new too.
Does anybody else?
Donna, Mary. Mary even took a break from pulling weeds in to come watch. Now, is that pretty good? So we're pretty honored. That's your sister Mary, yes.
Does anybody else think that it's not doing anything?
What's not doing anything?
What you just did.
Oh, did you see how it just makes the mist come up, and you can do it however much you want. You can add as much color as you want. So isn't that cool? And I just added are they sandpipers? And the sun. And that's how that goes. And it's just a fun design. And somebody can name this set. I forgot to look this one up. This is High Tide, the one we're using. And I'm doing 2 of the cards, not even using the lighthouse. You know, we think of that as the kind of the main thing. Oh, I already see some hearts. That's fabulous. Rebecca, LaReed, Patricia, Deanne, Pauline, wonderful. Okay, so that is card number 1. One of the sayings I love in here, you have the most amazing ability to take an ordinary moment and make it shine. So that is a fun thank you card statement or something like that. So here I've made a very simple card using this.
That's
And
actually
hi, April.
one of Karen's favorite sayings with me.
Yes, that's right. And Joyce and Mary. Oh, wonderful. Here I'm adding a different sun. So if you recognize this sun, this is from Kinda Eclectic. And I've always loved this set. So a couple of things I'm going to do with this. Here I'm using crushed curry. And I've got the big stamp set, or the big stamp. Oh, hi, Debbie, Rebecca. Oh, so many people. Linda. Doreen. Okay, so I am going to stamp this, and then I'm going to keep moving it around. It would be pretty not doing that too, but since I'm just, looking for different things, isn't that a pretty look? So here's the sun. And then I'm going to take the words in, that was crushed curry. I'm going to take the words in Island Indigo. Put right down here, and also the birds. Whoa, my birds could be flying upside down. But look what an easy card that is to do. Now you're going to notice a couple of fun things here. So this looks really lovely this way. I'm just trying some different things. So with this one, now here I've taken a little bit of crushed curry ink, and I have a couple of these Wink of Stellas that are really dried out. They are as much. Hi, Jackie, just found us. Oh, I'm glad you did too. Wonderful. There are 100 people on right now watching. How fun to get that. And Jean from New Zealand, welcome. So I'm actually taking the rest of my little Wink of Stella, and then I went through here and colored. See how that's adding color? And you might not be able to see it in the video, but it adds a lot of shimmer with it. So it's just kind of a fun idea, and I'm not trying to really get in the lines anywhere. Tim's laughing because I said, I mean, sometimes we just don't want to be perfect, right? I mean, it's cards after all. So it's just a fun thing to do with the middle. Now, I was going to take the same thing. I've never tried this either, but I thought, let's try a little. But it's a good way to have your Wink of Stella go a little further when it's totally, I mean, there's just really nothing left in here. So I'm going to try and I have never done this. Let's just see what it looks like. I'm going to put just a dab of Array Inker on. And I was thinking I would do the shine, but it would be probably better if I cut off these extra little stray pieces on here. Let's see if I can see if they pull off. If they don't, I'm going to call it a design element. They don't. Now I'm not sure this is going to show or not, so I'm going to do this part of it, and then we'll come back and look. Now in person it does. It's very shiny. But I'm going to cut that off before I finish it because I'm not liking all those little extra lines. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's really would add a little, see, minus the little added detail that I've done there. I think that would just be a pretty look. So kind of a fun idea of what to do with your Wink of Stellas when they dry. Hi, Tina, Jackie, Terry, Pat. Pat says this is her favorite stamp set. Oh, I bet you've used it a lot then. Nancy, thanks. Great idea. So this is a very fun, the Wink of Stella in gold too would be pretty on this, but it's just, I just wanted to show a fun way of using up some of your, when it gets down to the end. So I don't know if you can tell that. And then I thought if the shine with the same, that could be fun. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And then we have one more. Now, this time I've already stamped. Oh, and Tim, I hope he went to check on his shirt because he's up right after this one. Jolene, thanks. I am reading comments as a Wink of Stella is this fun pen that is, we sell at Stampin' Up! The clear one. This is the clear, so I can pick up color with it. But usually we just put it over things to make it really shiny. We also sell the gold, and it's just a fabulous addition to your cards. So it's great. Patricia says the sound keeps going in and out, but I'm thinking that must be on your end if it's fine with everyone else. I'm not doing anything different. Okay, so this time I've already stamped, so this is a pretty monochromatic. Here we have the lighthouse and the sun, and I have my base I'm going to put it on. So it's just going to go like this. But then to add a little different thing to it, I'm going to take the thick baker's twine in Very Vanilla. Tim, this is my last card before you're up. And I'm going to tie some little knots. This just makes me think of, you know, nautical, little nautical theme. Okay, some say sound is fine, some aren't, so that's okay. Rebecca says she's going to end up in divorce court after watching me with so, oh, I don't want that to happen, but boy, the list grows, doesn't it? It's just so fun. Okay, so can you see what I'm doing here? I'm just adding all of these. And I'm going to add this to my card, just down the side like that. So let's see if I should take the time to finish this or not. I guess we're not in a hurry. We have all this time. Do you notice how I like to just go fast? I'm always afraid I'm going to bore you, so I just tend to go way too fast. So tell me I can slow down. Okay, I need a few more. But sometimes just little touches like this just make a card enough different, you know, that it's just fun when you're using the same set to come up with all the things you can come up with. Okay, so that looks good. I'm going to cut that off. So now I'll just put this on the back with, I think, with a glue dot.
So I asked Karen if she wanted a glass of water last night, and she said, you can come and fill my water glass. So I went to fill her water glass, and I found glue dots on her glass. I said, how do you get glue dots on your drinking water?
Okay, you guys understand, right? I don't think in the audience there will be any questions. I find glue dots everywhere. Okay, that was a little low, but you see that. Okay, so that's what's going to go on here. And because this is raised now in the back, then I use dimensionals to put it up, just so there's not like a big bulge right there. But 3 fun ideas to do with the high tide set. Almost forgot it for a minute. Belinda made it. Kelly, wonderful. Sharon, yes, not nautical. Okay. Mary says you're never boring. So thank you, thank you. And before I put Tim on, so that's it for showing this fun by high tide. Just wanted a quick reminder that there are only 5 days. Tuesday is the last day of February, and it is the last day to get your fun folds class. Tim is laughing in the background. Yes. So these are all of the cards that you get from me for free when you place a $50 order. They all stand up. They're all fun, except for this one, but it opens like that. And you need nothing to put these together except adhesive. It comes totally enclosed, and they all use the Cool Treats framelits, but you don't need to own that, in other words. So any $50 order will do it. I like to keep things very simple. So a last time to show that, and to order that, the host code for this month is still this, and you can always find this on my blog, stampingonthebackporch.com or KarenTitus.com, 36QZPYP4. Now, March 1st, there will be a new host code, and there will be a new card kit, and I'm not sure what it is yet, or I would be announcing it. So it'll go out in my newsletter next week, and you'll know, but you know, you're going to love the cards, you know it. So it's all good. Oh, Anne said she spilled half a jar of glitter on her friend, and they didn't know until they were walking in a scrapbook store and glitter was following her around. That's pretty funny. Oh, what is the embossing folder used for that card? Okay, I need to send a card to somebody for, what is the name of this embossing folder? Forgot that. I brought my stamp sets out. Rebecca says, we're walking testimony to the glue dots company that they will stick to everything. So true. So, okay. So several people want to know. So someone will put that answer in. And then now we are going to move on to the tie-dyed set. And Tim is up.
I am in my wet shirt. For some reason, I think our gas dryer stopped working, so I'm not sure. So, hello everybody.
We're a match set today.
Hello everybody. Now, this is tie-dyed and wrinkled, so this is really, and it's wet, so as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go change shirts. But this is my tie-dyed shirt to match Karen. I wear mine probably 3 times a week, so I think mine's going to get worn out faster than Karen's. So anyway, this is going to be a beautifully decorated card by me, and this is the picture that I showed you last week of myself and my grandson Nolan Ryan, who lives in...
Nolan James, that would be.
I have no idea.
There are no Ryans in the family.
Nolan Ryan, he's a baseball player.
Oh, okay.
Nolan James. Nolan Ryan is a pitcher for the Texas.
Okay.
I think so.
You're confusing the two, so okay. That's good.
Okay. Anyway, Nolan James, and this is going to be my contribution, and I'm going to send it to him. And Karen said I'm going to put a heart with my name on the back, so this will be fun. Okay, here we go. You have to look and see if I'm in the middle. And
Okay, you're going to want to show them, and you kind of, what you're trying to replicate there.
what I am trying, no, Karen, what I'm going to replicate.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Not,
False alarm here.
yes, not trying.
But
Actually,
I will hand you your items.
yes, she will. Okay, now. Oh, give me my book.
Oh.
I practiced one time,
Make these.
and just wait. I got to show my
Show
book.
them your book? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I practiced one time, and I made 2 little T-shirts. And this is my journal from my current journal right now that's going on. This is a potter down in Wisconsin, and this was part of his business card. I just thought it was so cute. But those are the 2 that I made, and I stuck them on my journal. So I'm going to make them again. Is this mine? So it can be at an angle. Look at that, stuck. If I had fingernails, I could use fingernails, but I don't. Beautiful.
Everyone's laughing about your Nolan Ryan and making comments about one-armed pitcher. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Nolan Ryan was a one-armed pitcher from Los Angeles? I don't know. Maybe he was. Okay, close this up without getting stuff all over my fingers. Look at it. Look at that. Is slick. Okay, what's my next one? This one. Okay. So if you can't tell already, this is going to duplicate my shirt. Okay? So, but you can probably tell. No, you probably can't. I told Karen that this is really nice because there's no black edges. You can't rock it. You can't mess it up. Even though you can. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I think it is. Do I hear a resounding yes?
Okay, he's hoping for some hearts.
That's right. Now look at
But
that.
it's a delay, so
That
it
is
takes a
actually
moment, but
very nice. I like that. Okay. Now,
Maybe I'll have
now
him
we're going to
circle
go
in
to
parts
our
while-
grandson, Nolan James. Going to go to his shirt. Where's my little? We lost the next T-shirt.
Oh, you need another T-shirt? There's
Or
one
did
right
I?
here.
Or did I lose it?
There.
Okay.
No, it's right there.
Does anyone want to see it this way? Is that how we should look at it? Okay. Now this one, I'm glad Karen's handing me these things. Because if I had to find them myself, that would be trouble. And by the way, we are doing our Facebook Live in our son's bedroom because our son came home from Nantucket and he gets the living room to sleep in. So, oh, that is nice. I'm kind of. Karen said I was really self-deprecating the one time ago.
That first, remember the tool time card he made?
And now,
And I said, I've never heard him make such self-disparaging marks in his
and now
life.
I'm doing the opposite.
So now he's making up for that.
I'm making up for it by just saying what a great job you're doing, Tim.
And this is his
Oh,
stamp set.
are
We
people-
decided.
are people liking this?
Yes. Oh yeah, people are loving it. Wonderful. Pauline said, has Tim always helped you make cards, Karen? No. No. Only because people started asking him to on Facebook Live. So he is a brand new stamper and we are
Yeah.
watching him go along. But he's a good sport. He'll do everything and anything.
I will.
And he's getting better. You guys that have been with us, oh, look at those hearts, Tim. Oh, you will love that.
Oh, look at that. And thumbs up. I
That
like
is
that.
so cool. And you know, I don't even know how to do that myself. I have to figure that one out.
Oh,
yet.
that's kind of dark. I don't like that. I think that's a little too dark.
Oh, but see, his shirt's dark.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's okay.
Okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. See, isn't that nice?
Now, if you were making more, you could choose a different color. So see, then it would
could.
be okay.
And that mustard, or what was that?
The daffodil.
No, the one that
First we had curry.
curry. Oh, we did use curry. I was thinking that curry was the wrong color, and we switched.
We did switch. You used daffodil.
We did
because he didn't
daffodil.
like it in the practice. He said, "Oh, this is too dark." So see, he's learning his colors. And
I am.
Learning sounds like a 5-year-old.
That's
About
right.
a
Okay,
3-year-old.
now what am I supposed to do with these? I'm supposed to.
Add
Oh
them to
yeah,
your card.
that's right. The front.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm going to use the snail if I can find it.
Be right over there.
Right over there. Okay, I even know which direction these things go. And Karen said I could put as much snail on as I wanted, which she said that for the TV show because she doesn't usually let me put very much on.
Oh, he's just thinking we'll sell a lot if he uses a lot because
Lot, yes.
you'll all think that
Okay.
that's what you're supposed to do, but we'll tell him it won't work.
Okay, where's my picture? So he is on that side, and he is.
Oh, and Kim says you are getting better. Yep, we are seeing that.
Is that how you do it? Just smash
Yeah,
it down.
you got it.
Okay.
See, that looks great. And you know, to choose the colors, we just went to match with the shirts. So it's just kind of a fun way of doing something.
Okay, since I'm bigger than him, I should have mine.
We could use these in 2 sizes, but since they didn't come that way, well,
I know it. What should I do? This is a dilemma.
yeah, this we face all the time now, don't we? How to arrange? What should we do with this? Rebecca wants to open and close her pads as fast as I'm doing. Did you see Tim is doing it fast too? So maybe you just need to sit and practice.
Okay.
That sounds really
I
fun.
think that's pretty good.
Very nice.
I think that's pretty good. Now we're going to do the heart.
And on the back, you're just going to put a heart. And this is called, this is just like tone on tone because it's the same color.
Okay.
And then you'll write your name next to it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that cool? So what a nice background thing. There's actually 3 hearts that come in this stamp set too. And we're just using the one, but I thought it is a fun tie-dye set. Deborah says he loves how you smash down and doing the thing. Yeah, that's his trick to making it stick, you know.
Yes.
It's
And there it
a
is.
guy thing there. Isn't that great?
Grandpa Tim.
And now he's gonna be
Look
able
at
to
that.
mail that off.
Look at
That's
that.
lovely, Tim. I think it is probably
It is really good.
the nicest card
I've ever
you know
made.
you've ever made. I really do.
Except the one that I made for you.
Well,
The best thing I ever did
messages
was
matter.
ask you to
Yes,
marry
yeah,
me.
well, you can't.
That is, can't beat that. No. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Tim.
I'm going to go take off my wet shirt. And Karen's back.
And I am back to show some other things that now that we can do with this. I'm going to give Tim this so it doesn't get ruined. Oh, Debbie said don't forget to date it. Really a good idea on the back. Put the
Okay.
date and your name. Now that's supposing they're going to keep this card. You know, once it's out of your hands, I'm not sure it makes too much difference. But another way you can use these is to color directly on. Let's see what I can find here on the shirts like this. So here I'm just taking one shirt and I'm going to pick a couple colors here. And see how quickly I can do this. And of course I could do as many colors as I wanted. And of course it doesn't really matter if it doesn't totally get done. So I'm going to finish that up and I'm going to blow on it. That always, that little moisture activates the color again. And I'm not worrying about stamping right on this. Oh, we'll make this one sideways too, kind of like his. So we just kind of see the difference there. So if you want a sparser look, isn't that a pretty look? And this would make a fun background also. And now let's try the same thing with the round one. So I'll just take one of these and I think I'll do my light color first. And I'm not going to do this with too much rhyme or reason here, so I may not get it all filled in. But just showing how fun it is to create different kinds of looks. And we'll add a little blue. I'm going to have all these little shirts done here at the end to use on cards. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. And now we'll do the same thing. Kim says, what stamp set are you using? This is the tie-dyed. See the looser look, but isn't that a cool look? This is the tie-dyed look, and then it's the custom tee. And I did these without even using the stamp. Now, have you ever had a stamp set walk away on you? I couldn't find my custom tee set. So there were a couple of things I was going to do, but I can't finish, but that's okay. We'll know that and we'll go from there. But this is what we're using. So now I'm going to show some other fun ideas to use a tie-dye for other things.
This is actually an advanced technique, and Karen said that I needed to just do the stamps. I wanted to do this
I was
advanced.
going to say there's ties in the set, and I thought doing a whole bunch of tie-dyed ties across a card would be really cute. I didn't get it done, but that's one thing that I was going to do. But here's a fun card. Okay, here, do you see how we have the turtle and it's in the water? And I thought this just makes a really interesting look for water. So, and I'm actually going to use two different colors. On this one I used mint macaron, that's what's behind here too, and tempting turquoise, I think, and they just kind of blended that way. So on this one, I am going to use Marina Mist and Soft Sky, and we'll just see what the difference is. Now, the way I did it was I did the deeper color first. So here's my Marina Mist. Okay, and I'll peel that off. And of course, if I don't get right to the edges, it's because it's on TV, and I will just cut that little bit off. You know, you never see what I cut off, right? And then for the next one, when I do the Soft Sky, when I put this on, I'm actually going to keep stamping it. And I'll keep putting it different places, and it kind of does mix the two colors. Now I can add more, even using the same stamp and repeating it is going to get you different shades. So see, we just have a little different color there. But isn't that a fun idea for water? And the turtle comes from that From Land to Sea. Love this set too. Okay, so there's one idea. I think of this as kind of another background stamp, like Gorgeous Grunge or anything like that. Hi, Joanne. Good to have you here. Margaret, which stamp set? I'm not sure. So we have Custom Tee, Tie-Dyed, and From Land to Sea. Okay, next. You know, one of the things I encourage people to do when I'm going to work with, like when we're doing these for a week, I know what stamp set or two I'm going to work with. And so that's what I have out and that's what I'm playing with. And I think that's fun to do at home too. So if you have a stamp set, play with a while and look at it when you walk by and kind of decide. But I thought this was really a pretty look with a leaf. And I'm going to do another leaf like this, and I'm going to put it on. It's going to use totally different colors, so it may not go. But then my plan is just to add a third leaf and keep, you know, intermixing the colors, so it'll all be fun. And this one I'll just have to post when I get it finished. But for this one, I am using another of my absolute favorite sets, and that is the Vintage Leaves right here. So here I have that leaf, and now I have this one. And so to make this,
Heather Howard is an alliteration like Timothy Titus. That's really good.
Okay, yeah, Jim loves those. So see? All right. So I take my darkest color, my lightest color, and put on the bottom, on the stamp itself, so that I'll have everything filled in. And then, let's see, these aren't the colors. Let's see, I must have some other colors down here to use. Okay, so, this is really going to be different. I have Perfect Plum and Rich Razzleberry. So this will be totally different from this. So we'll see whether or not they go together in terms of on the same card. Because, you know, we're just being daring. And this is what playing is. If I don't like it, you know, I just won't finish it. And I'll do them separately. But I wanted to try a couple of different colors, okay? So that's my tie-dye. And you know, I could have done this and get a totally different look too. On this card, I'm going to do them all in the circles. So now with this, I am going to blow that and put it right here. And let's see what this color looks like. Oh, pretty. I like that. So this one has the artichoke green and the Cajun craze. And this is the Perfect Plum and the Rich Razzleberry. So very different looks, but isn't that fun how it adds the color in right there? And this is, yes, we're stamping stamps. This is also called the kiss method, where you're stamping two stamps on each other and then you get a different pattern. And I just think these are perfect for that. You know, just to think of it as a background stamp. So it's way more than just for the tie-dye, I think. But that'll be pretty. I will add a third leaf because odd numbers supposedly are better. And then I will fix up that card to show later. So then a couple of others. You know, I've been doing a lot of watercoloring, and I just wanted to show, I think this is really pretty watercolored. This is just put on watercolor paper. It's just stamped and then spritzed afterwards. And you see how it all blends? And then by the time you layer these on some colors, that's going to be really funny. But that is just strictly spritzing it, and it just spreads wherever it wants to go. So that's a fun look. And then, hopefully my fingers aren't wet here. I just made another one that's just kind of a classic look here with just the pale pink, the pink pirouette, and then the, I think I used the slate gray. I'm not sure. I'm going to use the darker gray background. But you see, I could use any colors, and that'd be fun. This is going to be just my background. And I want it to be the words congrats on here. Now, usually when I use vellum, I've shown you the trick to how I usually do vellum. Today, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. It's another way that I will attach vellum sometimes is, let's see, if I want it to go just like that, I'll bend this over, score right there, and then put that right here. And then I'm going to do this the same. So another great way to do your vellum, and I will put a little, anytime I do something that I really want to stick well, I like using this. So there's that one. And here's this one. And I want to say thank you again to those who've been sharing the video. I couldn't believe how many people shared that last time, and our audience is growing. And I appreciate you guys so much for commenting and being here. Oh, and I see some more people here. Vicki, Liz, thank you. Connie. But now look how pretty that is. And see, it doesn't quite attach, but it just looks really lovely, just like that. And so again, you could do this in really vibrant colors, but another great idea Yeah, Sharon says she loves that tear and tape. If you don't have the tear and tape, and I think it's on page 181, but it could be in that vicinity. Love this for doing boxes or anything that you need securely done. But I also like this as kind of then being a little loose. And you could always add a little bling, but I think another fun idea for doing that. Oh, thanks, Judy, Margaret, everyone. Okay, now I will do a couple things with, sometimes I laugh on how many cards I end up doing for this. This is another card we did at the card extravaganza, and this is just using washi tape. Now we're going to play Name That Washi Tape. Is it like playful? It goes with that real modern paper, but I love this washi tape. And then I have from the stitched framelits, the largest circle. And on this, I will stamp it first here. This time I'm using Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to use a blender pen to pull out some of the color. If you were watching, was it last week when we did our journals? And I colored the Mediterranean set just by pulling some color out from the early espresso. Here I'm doing the same thing. And this is not as dark of a color. It doesn't come out, nor is it like freshly inked, so it doesn't come out quite as well. I don't know if you can see it, but it's giving my t-shirt kind of a used, worn kind of look that I think is really fun.
I should probably tell this group that the journal that Karen decorated for me, made for me, I told Karen that I'm going to take that to Phuket, Thailand, when we go on our incentive trip this summer.
Won't that be fun?
I will be journaling in Thailand on the...
And I should do that too, because I think what a fun thing to be doing.
On the journal that Karen made.
Okay, happy stamper. Not quite in the center, but now when I add this on my, and then I'm going to add the little flower, because of course, you know, little flower children back in the day.
Is that a dirty finger there?
Oh yeah, that's a little smudge. So Tim, now Tim notices things, see? Because, you know, he got smudges, and I wonder why. I wonder why. But, you know, maybe I'll just add a few more. So Tim now will be aware. He'll be much more critical of my cards now that he's done it. Isn't that true? And you kind of know what you're looking for. So anyway, that's a fun. And then I have one last thing to show. I thought this was a fun idea. I wanted to do, in that stamp set, there's a stamp that says vintage. So I was going to do these really worn out, old, frayed t-shirts, put vintage on, and I thought this would be a fun anniversary for someone our age who kind of, you know, went through these different eras. But is that a fun look? This would also be a great look for soft baby blankets or something. But if you've never done that, this is what this is. And it'll actually, so here is my t-shirt, and I'm crumpling it up. I could actually spray it with water. If I were doing a whole bunch of them, I would do that because it's a lot kinder on your hands. But I didn't do that for this, so then I'm going to open it up again. See how it's all, and then I'm going to fold it different ways. The more you fold it, the easier it is. Yeah, Becky says cover the boob with another flower. You're right. I can add another flower, another little sequin on there, so we can always do that. You know, one of my favorite sayings is, a lot of layered cards didn't start that way. You just are covering up the mistakes. That's all good. So now this is all, and you can even already see how it's pulling apart. So isn't that awesome? My whole thing will pull apart, and then I will have 2 worn t-shirts. Just do it carefully so it doesn't get the whole thing. But, you know, even if I got a tear in here, that'd be okay because it fits the t-shirts, doesn't. But how cool is that? And so these are my materials to do something else. Oh, Vicky goes to Thailand every couple of years. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Okay, Lynn is sitting with a catalog on her lap. That's so she can answer all the questions because she knows that I always get stuck on what things are, and I'm always saying, what is this? What is this? So you can see I have a few starts of cards that I will have to share the finished cards when I'm done. But I just wanted to share a bunch of ideas for these tie-dyed sets. So, you know, if you think of it like a background stamp, so as well as for all of the actual tie-dyed thing as a background set, it is just really fun. So I want to thank you all for checking in with me. Next week, it is going to be all about whatever the new card kit set is going to be. I have an idea, but since I haven't come up with any ideas yet, I always have to see what I get inspired by before I can actually make a decision. So that will be the main thing next week. But as always, make sure you ask if you have any questions about things. If you have ideas that you would like me to share, I just put them on the list. And remember, it's the last time to get all these fun fold cards. And I don't know if I have anything else to say, Tim. Do you?
I'll let you know which day she becomes inspired.
Okay. I know, sometimes it's Thursday morning before these, and I said I just can't ever plan anything for Thursday because I am a last minute person. And usually I do like to know, but it will be all about whatever the new card kit is, because it's a new month. Can you believe February has flown? Let's see.
Has Pat Rasmussen shown up today?
No, he hasn't.
My friend from high school actually, I think I might have mentioned this, but said that instead of stamping on the back porch, we should have stomping on the back porch and have music in the background. So he and I had coffee together at Vet's Hospital yesterday, and we had a great time talking about this. And my coworkers at Starbucks says, "Oh, today's Thursday." I said, "So?" And she, "Well, it's Facebook Live." Well, yeah,
and she watches. So, but if we tried the stomping on the back porch, we should do that sometime in the spring, and just that would be music to stamp by, you know. So that Tim would actually really get into that, you know. Yes, he would absolutely love that. So, everything else, okay, I think we made it just on time. I go back and answer all the comments, so please leave comments, share these with friends, and I'm going to send some of these cards out to one of you. Oh, Jesse Titus just joined.
Jesse, hello.
And okay, and all these people, and you know, it tells me when you share my video, and I must say I just totally appreciate that too. So Deborah says, "Do you ever feature paper pumpkin alternative ideas?" Well, I could think about that. So yeah, just keep the ideas coming, and I hope you're all enjoying this month of February. And Tim and I in our tie-dyed shirts today, our coordinated look. We don't usually pull that off, but thanks to Betsy Akerson, we want to wish you all a wonderful week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.